Hello everybody, and welcome to another Brother Crypt YouTube video. I'd first like to start by wishing everybody a Happy New Year, and I think it's best I get into a BitConnect update. Firstly, before I actually get into the BitConnect update, I just wanted to go over some of the competition details. Last month, I wanted to do a giveaway for the beginning of the year. I intended to give away $1,000 to anybody that sort of joined my downline in Bitconnect and invested anywhere from $100 up to $1,000. As you can see here, I have quite a few new additions to my team. I think about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 people actually subscribed to my team. However, the instructions weren't followed. The people that did join, they actually joined but didn't actually conduct a loan, and not one person sent me an email to my email address stating their BitConnect username, the date that they had joined my team, and the loan amount. And one of the other questions I asked is if you would like to be contacted via phone or Skype, because I wanted to have a brief conversation with you for the channel, just to let all of the subscribers know. So unfortunately, nobody sort of entered the competition formally, and nobody joined my team that I was aware of, who also did a loan. So for this month, I'm actually going to roll over the competition to February the 1st. When it comes to February the 1st, I will be doing 2 giveaways. I will be doing a giveaway for anybody that signs up under me and loans to the BitConnect platform anywhere between $100 to $1,000. And then the second giveaway I'll be doing is for anybody that also signs up under me and loans to the BitConnect platform between $1,010 up to, I think, $5,000, the limit range of the second tier. So if anybody wants to join my team, wants to get help in BitConnect, you can contact me at the email which I will post at the end of this YouTube video. It's brothercrypt@protonmail.com. Okay, so on February the 1st, if the instructions are followed, I will be doing 2 sets of giveaway. One set is for people that invest under me between $100 to $1,000, and the second giveaway is for anybody that signs up under me in BitConnect between $1,010 up to $5,000. Okay, the first giveaway will be for $1,000, and then the second giveaway could be up to $5,000. Alright, so that's what I wanted to say. Unfortunately, the giveaway was unsuccessful. I'll roll it over to February. If it's unsuccessful in February, then I just may cancel it, and what I'll do is I'll do a giveaway to charity. So, since I made the last YouTube video, BitConnect has been kicking along nicely. I'm very pleased with BitConnect. So in this account, which is my personal account, I have an active investment of $71,440. So far, my total investment has been $93,270. A few months ago, I had a capital release of $21,830, which I reinvested into the platform. I have made lending profit of $54,150, and I have received around about 4,711 at .30 cents in affiliate bonus. So far, BitConnect has kicked out 58,811.79. So I'm really happy with BitConnect, and I'm really happy that I've been able to increase the loan size in this account. In my BitConnect business account, I have a total of 35,560 in active investments. I also have had a capital release of 21,610, and I have had a total investment size of 57,170. In my affiliate bonus, I have received 9,547.70 in affiliate bonus, and for my lending profit, I have received 54,955.31. So I'm very happy with this. I have cancelled out the development fund amount and the total earned because it's something I really shouldn't be showing, and it's something I want to keep private. As one of the first promoters here in the UK, I receive a development fund from BitConnect, which I use for marketing and development and to help people, and sort of it's a form of reimbursement for my time. It's something that I don't necessarily want to show, hence it's blurted out. So yes, in total between these two accounts, my personal account and my business account for BitConnect, I have a total of about $107,000 invested. This gives a payout roughly on average of about $1,070 per day. If we look at money that's held in a lending wallet, I have about 1,031.76 in the lending wallet. The BitConnect coins, I have about 5.31, and with the value of each coin being $410, this gives me approximately about 2,184.08 cents. Okay, and that's in this account. If we quickly go back to my picture of my other account, the stats in the lending wallet are $1,131.57, and in my BitConnect wallet I have 7.55 coins, and at a value of 410, this gives me roughly about 3,102.58. Okay, so I'm very pleased with BitConnect. In my accounts, with interest payments and with the coins I'm holding, I have roughly about $7,500 between those two accounts. All right, so let's move on quickly. Today, I just wanted to give you a snapshot of my coin tracking info. Over the last few years, I've really been buying altcoins, but quietly. Recently, in the last sort of month, I ramped up my game a little bit. So before I started looking at crypto full time, which was in June, I already held some BTC. I already held Dash, I believe, and one other coin which escapes me. I think it might be some ZCash. Yes, it was some ZCash. I held about 2 or 3, 4 different coins this June. However, recently, especially over the last week, I have just been buying up so many altcoins. it really wasn't until December that I made a conscious decision for me to buy altcoins. My strategy after finding Bitconnect was for me to use Bitconnect to create a cash flow for myself. And when I started in the platform, some funds from my business were invested, hence a separate account. And then I entered some personal money into a different account so I could sort of keep them segregated. The money from my business has been sort of refunded or has been returned to me. So my strategy when I first got into BitConnect in June was for me to mitigate my risk. And I decided to do this by extracting the money I invested as quickly as possible. So I think my first loan was for $200. After a week or 2 weeks, I liked the payment. So I went in at 20K. And then later on, I went in at a total of 44K between two accounts. So by the end of July, stroke middle of August, I was already up at 44K. And what my initial objective was for me to get back that $44,000 in cold hard cash before before all of my loans had expired or had finished. So that way the money that I would have in BitConnect was house money. When I was actually in Pattaya for the BitConnect event, this was sort of already realized. I had received about 95% of my income back. And then after meeting a fella called Ruben, who is the brother to one of the main promoters, Helen, in who are from Vietnam, I was inspired to get my account size to 100K. And so between October up until the end of the year, my focus was on continually reinvesting the majority of my earnings so I could get to 100K. So because I had that plan, that's why I wasn't taking money out of my BitConnect account, or that's why I wasn't investing it into altcoins or any other things. But now I've sort of got close to that goal with these accounts. I've now started to buy up some altcoins. So over the last week or over the last 2 weeks, I have bought some more Dash. I first bought Dash back in 2014, and I was really happy with that buy because I got my Dash for much, much less than 3 digits, put it that way. And now with the meteoric rise of Dash, it's increased to about somewhere between 1,200 to 1,600 on a good day. So I'm really pleased with Dash. I then also bought some Litecoin recently. I had been meaning to get Litecoin when it was still under $100. I think it was around $88 in August. So I definitely had Litecoin on the map then. But yes, I did buy some at an all-time high. I think I paid around $240 for it a few weeks ago. I still believe in the principle. And then I also bought some more TenX. If you've watched some of my videos, you'll know I'm a TenX card holder. So I decided to buy some more of their tokens because they will start to introduce the rewards for token holders very soon. I also bought some Monero. I had some Monero go from a few years ago, but I did scoop up some more recently. I also did scoop up some more ZCash, and I did also buy some Adana, ADA. I'll have to say that after listening to the interview of Charles Hopkins on 2 different platforms, I was really positive about what I heard about Adana. So I bought some almost at, I think, around about 70 cents. And so far it's jumped up to I think about it, it's almost doubled. It's crazy. It's gone up to about 110 when I last checked. It may have gone down recently, but yes, I did buy some, and I have seen its increasing growth recently. Um, so yeah, I think those are really all of the coins that I've bought recently. I've bought some Monero, I've bought some ZCash, I've scooped up some more Pay tokens, that's the TenX coin, and I've also bought some Adana. Okay, so I do have some other coins which I'm going to research. I've got my list of crypto coins to buy, and on that list I have about 6 different coins. I want to do my due diligence before I go in, and then when I have purchased those, I will let you know. And then on my list of coins to research, I have somewhere like almost a dozen. These are coins that I've been meaning to buy throughout the year, throughout half of 2017, but I didn't really just get the time round to it. But now, with my BitConnect account scheduled to make me about $30,000, which is around about 20. Let me just do the maths. How much should my BitConnect account pay me in pounds? Okay, so today, $30,000 should really give me about a return of £23,000. Okay, so every month, I'm going to be buying some more of these altcoins. My strategy moving forward is going to be to perhaps take out 33% in cash of my BitConnect earnings, reinvest another 33%, and then spend 33% on altcoins. I'm not too sure how long I'll do this for, but it sounds good, so that's what I'm gonna follow. Okay. All right, so let me just quickly update you with a lot of the news that I've been coming across recently. Okay, right, here we go. So today I received 3 emails. You can see at 4:08, excuse me, at 2:08, at 2:26, and then again at 2:47. So here, as the email reads, "Dear cardholder, Visa has instructed us today that we must close your Wavecrest issued Visa prepaid card with immediate effect." Okay, and then I've basically got the same letter here again at 2:08. Yes, so this is the letter at 2:47. And then this is the one I received at 2:26. Basically, they just both say the same thing, which is your card's being cancelled, but we'll figure out a way for you to get your funds back. We're not too sure how you'll get your funds back, but you will be advised soon. Okay, so currently 2 of the crypto cards I have are one for the Spectrocoin, which are rubbish. They are a UK company which have links to Gibraltar. Spectrocoin are rubbish. I've had so many problems with this company. It's unbelievable. Their customer support is non-existent. It really felt like they were trying to keep my funds. Basically, since my travels to San Francisco, I have been communicating back and forth with the people at Spectrocoin about the verification of my cards. One of the emails I got, which I shared in a previous video, they said that they weren't going to verify me after I had sent them all of the information that they requested, and they were just basically going back and forth and said that funds on the card were going to be stuck. In some ways, I guess this is a blessing because Spectrocoin is awful with their customer service and because they're dodgy. In some ways, I guess this is a bit of a blessing because what this means is that my funds will be forced back to me. They're not going to be in limbo. I'm not going to have to verify the card, so it will be forced back to me. So I'm looking forward to receiving my funds back because I was getting exhausted and I hadn't heard anything from Spectrocoin, and I believe that Wavecrest were contacting me directly about my cards, so that's a good thing. However, it's a little bit of a nuisance because my second card is the TenX card. Now, the TenX card, I've had so much of a better experience. Their customer service compared to Spectrocoin is miles ahead. They get to me. They're very proactive. Julian keeps up with regular updates on the videos. And they are a few steps ahead. So I'm glad I scooped up more of the tokens recently. After receiving this email from Julian, I did click on the link, and then when I clicked on the link, I did see this video here by Julian. It's a hangout, and then he's updating everybody about Wavecrest. To cut a long story short, basically what Julian was saying was that they already have a new card issuer in place, and it is not going to be through Wavecrest. It's another issuer, and very soon they will be sending out new cards. So I'm looking forward to my new card, and then I do want TenX to get their banking license so that they can issue out cards independently. Okay, so let me just, before I move on, let me just sort of summarize how I feel about the abolishment of these cards. In my opinion, the game has really begun because my TenX card and also my partner, Crypto Witch's, her TenX card and her BitPay card stopped working today. Wavecrest, the issuer, has a mandate from Visa to cancel all crypto-related debit cards. I think a few things here. I think the Visa are maybe looking to get on top of crypto-related activities. And by on top, what I mean is that maybe they want to set up their own form of blockchain and deal with their own payments for Bitcoin and crypto-related assets. I'm not sure, but this is just my opinion. I did check the news. Let's just check very quickly. And if we check the news, Visa is locking down cards. Basically, what they're saying is that it only seems to happen to Wavecrest, and Wavecrest are a company in Gibraltar. I think Wavecrest have had more or less a slap on the wrist, and maybe Visa do not want to do their business with them. I found out that a lot of the crypto-related Bitcoin cards, Bitcoin prepaid Visa cards, were mainly issued by Wavecrest in London, and there were so many cards coming out in such a short amount of time. I suspect that Visa didn't really like this, and it seems that Wavecrest were the weakest link. So Visa's thought, we'll take them out of the picture, and we'll be probably a bit more, we'll deal probably stronger with the other sort of intermediaries that we deal with. This means a few things. I think that I'm really looking forward to the BitConnect Pay card. And because, as I've heard, BitConnect are not using Visa or MasterCard. They are actually using another sort of payments issuer. A name has been given to me, but I'm not actually sure if I'm at liberty to share it. So for right now, I'm going to keep it to myself. So this is one of the important things about Visa cards. So I'm looking forward to seeing the BitConnect Pay card. And at the same time, because TenX have another card issuer, I'm looking forward to receiving their card. And I think that, you know, companies like BitPay and Bitwala and also CryptoPay and also maybe WireX, they might be affected. WireX is not mentioned on this name, but I will be keen to find out how WireX users are coping with the ban, because I know that they do a crypto card, and I suspect that theirs might not also be working. So one of the things that Julian did say in his video is that they believe that they're ahead of a lot of other Bitcoin card users, because basically the cards, the prepaid Bitcoin cards, have been disabled or deactivated for maybe hundreds of thousands, if not millions of users. So there's going to be disruption. So therefore, they're in the market, they're well positioned, and they believe that they're going to take a lot of customs over the next few months. I hope that's true. I hope that the price of my tokens increases, and I hope TenX boom, you know, because for me, they've had one of the best card experiences I've had so far with my Bitcoin cards. Yes, I've only had two, but I did research quite a few, and a lot of them, they do have fees for international payments. So yeah, if you're interested about my opinion on the TenX and Visa cards, please look at my TenX review. Okay. Okay. All right. So yes, that was in the news today in Gizmodo, these Visa cards. And then again, I also checked in the Telegraph here, and then same thing. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly give you an update before I go, about the news, and about the markets. Okay. Now, I did a quick Google search just to check a lot of news related to Bitcoin, to cryptocurrency, things like Bitconnect, and I was actually surprised by some of the articles that I got. This leads me to believe that we are now in the mainstream crypto era. This article about Mark Zuckerberg says Bitcoin could come to Facebook in the future. This is very interesting. I had heard earlier today or late last night about Mark Zuckerberg is closely looking at blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, and to see how it can sort of help Facebook provide a better experience. This one sort of threw me. I didn't see sort of Mark Zuckerberg getting into this, but it sort of makes sense. It just makes you think, you know, what is money now? Because if Mark Zuckerberg is considering launching his own coin as a form of payments, this is going to cause massive disruption. I think, you know, there are many questions, or much information, or much news, or much information can be drawn out over what Mark Zuckerberg has said. Basically, he says that he wants to look into blockchain to see how it can better his services. He believes that decentralization is a way to go. He believes that, you know, technology shouldn't be so centralized, and it should be used to help people. He's what he said is that, you know, he wants to put power back into the people's hands. Now, I think, you know, if Mark Zuckerberg follows the cypherpunk manifesto of what things like decentralized money should be, he is in a position to cause disruption, very much so. Personally, with things I've heard about the CIA and Mark Zuckerberg's involvement, I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is really going to be giving back power to the people, not with what I've heard about Mark Zuckerberg and, you know, how Facebook is really used by the CIA and the FBI and all sort of law enforcement, how they use it. So I think, Mark Zuckerberg is a blue boy, really. I think he's part of the institution now. In my honest opinion right now, I don't think he's going to do anything to give power back to the people. What he might do is find ways to have a centralized, decentralized use of blockchain, maybe very similar to um, Ripple. And I say that lightly because my interpretation of Ripple is that while it uses a blockchain, it's still very centralized. While there might be central servers in many locations, they are all sort of backed by one company. There's no sort of peer-to-peer when it comes to Ripple. I see the same thing happening with Facebook. I don't believe it's going to be very peer-to-peer and have uh, nodes amongst the people. That what he said is very interesting, but we have to watch this space. The takeaway that I've got is Mark Zuckerberg is looking at blockchain. He may start his own coin. He may use blockchain technology to sort of enhance Facebook. Another option is that he might introduce some other coins on Facebook to act as payments. So, for example, Bitcoin or Litecoin or maybe Ripple, which sort of makes sense in some ways because if we look over at China, what is it? I think it is NEM and WeChat. Yep. So WeChat wallet. What I had heard basically is that NEM, which is like a Chinese sort of blockchain, they have integration with WeChat. So on WeChat, which is a Chinese sort of social media app equivalent to Facebook, they are going to be introducing the integration of payments. So, for example, everybody who has a WeChat account is going to have a NEM wallet and they can send payments and, back and forth and share it with other people. So that makes sense for NEM and for China. But yes, Facebook are obviously going to do something similar. So it's just how are they going to do it? I think if you are in Mark Zuckerberg's position, you would probably create your own coin. However, with the landscape of regulation in the USA and regulators, he would be effectively creating his own security. So I don't know if he would have the authorization to do it. It will be very interesting because if Mark Zuckerberg does, and if he does it successfully, you'll see a plethora of other US companies creating their own coins. This is probably why we haven't heard anything from Amazon about them getting into cryptocurrency. Okay, but yeah, it's very interesting stuff, Mark Zuckerberg. Now, moving on, I was very surprised to see this article by The Sun. This is also dated today, earlier on, the 5th of January, printed at 11:58 this morning. Yes, now The Sun are talking about Tron. Now, I had actually been seeing Tron, the cryptocurrency. Where are we? Coin market cap. And I believe Tron is number 7. Okay, this is it. Yep, so this is Tron with a price of 20 cents. Okay, valued at 13 billion. Okay, so I was actually surprised to hear the Sun newspaper talk about Tronix and describe it and say how it's different from blockchain. I hadn't really done my due diligence on Tron, so I can't really talk about it. But from reading this Sun article, I learned that it's used into the entertainment industry so people can publish, store, and own their own data, which sounds very interesting. Okay, and then it's even telling you how to buy it. You need to buy some Bitcoin, and then you can trade it for another, or you can go to an exchange like Coinest, Binance, or Liquid. That's very good publicity for Binance for a company like Sun newspaper to mention it on their websites, which gets me to BitconnectX. Okay, now if you're already a BitConnect user, if you go to the BitConnect website, on their website you will be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You told me it was going to be 5 seconds. Bam, bam, bam. You'll be seeing this poster for BitconnectX. If you click on the poster, it will then take you to the website, which is so spooky and so unnerving as none of the links work. Okay, now I'm only joking. So BitconnectX is coming soon. We have 4 more days, 4 hours, and 58 minutes and 15 seconds. Right, I got it right. 15 seconds. And what they say is we accept BitConnect coin, we accept Litecoin, and we accept Bitcoin. And that's really it. There's no other information. However, in my opinion, through speaking to other people, I think it's going to be an exchange. From what I've heard, it's going to be like a Binance exchange. So I think BitConnect are going to be booming again, as my man Champagne Crypto would say. BitConnect are going to be booming again. This ICO is genius. They announced it first day of the year, got everybody hyped up, and now people are just waiting. So if this is going to be like Binance, I think it will be like one step ahead. Having checked the BitConnect roadmap for 2018, they did want to implement a way of taking in fiat currency. So if they can, take in fiat currency and also exchange coins and have a legitimate exchange, I think it's going to work beautifully, in my opinion. Binance has done really well, so who knows? Maybe this time next year, if the Sun is talking about how you can buy particular cryptocurrencies, they might be mentioning Binance and BitconnectX in the same breath. Okay, but yes, what I really wanted to bring to your attention was that I just didn't expect the Sun to be talking so casually about cryptocurrencies this way. This is what I mean by we are now entering the commercialization phase where people are going to be getting in. Okay, let's look at the next article today. Ripple is first in line. CEO reveals next cryptocurrency to catch up with Bitcoin. Okay. Now, obviously, Ripple has been booming. If we check coin market cap, where's the cap, guys? Where's the cap? Where's that cap? Okay, if we check coin market cap, Ripple is still at number 2. I think yesterday or the day before it knocked Ethereum off its top spot and has sort of escalated it in terms of earnings. Ripple is now valued at $117 billion, very close to $118 billion. My opinion is that I don't touch Ripple. I don't know. I'm old school. The reason I got into Bitcoin was because it was decentralized, was because you couldn't reverse payments, was because, I feel like if I held my Bitcoin and my private keys, I have financial sovereignty. I can send money to anybody without third party interference. With the little research that I've done into Ripple, I don't like it. Firstly, I don't like the large coin supply of 38 billion. What I've heard also is that with Ripple, you can sort of reverse payments. payments can be cancelled. And also, this is the banker's coin. And with the banker's coin, they can actually increase the circulating supply. It's not capped or it's not fixed like Bitcoin is at 21 million. There will only ever be 21 million coins total in its mined. However, with Ripple, there can be more. They can introduce, quantitative easing, which would diminish the coin price that we have now. So yeah, I'm not really for Ripple. However, if you're invested in it, if you're making money from it, if you're happy with it, good days, more power to you. But with 1,384 other cryptocurrencies, and if we're saying that we want decentralization, if we're saying that we want power back through blockchain, then I don't understand why you would get into Ripple. If you want to make money and you don't really care, then fair enough, you use the coin to make money. But for me, I'm staying clear of it, okay? So yes, they think it's going to catch up to Bitcoin. It might, it may, imagine a world where Ripple is the #1 currency. Even though if it does happen, it's still okay because there are so many other cryptocurrencies. I see them fulfilling a use case, so it really doesn't matter who's #1 as long as I can use different coins to facilitate different use cases. I'm good. I'm happy. Okay. Now, also in the news, Venezuela to launch national cryptocurrency, the Petro. This is interesting because from what I hear, Venezuela will use some of the money to will use some of their oil reserves to support the financial instrument to the tune of 267 billion. Um, I think that's interesting. I don't know. I might get some petro that I can afford to lose. Who knows? This could be a boomer. This really could be a boomer, in my opinion. This is a really clever move by Venezuela. They've been hit with US sanctions. The dollar is weak itself. Countries are fighting for independency. They're looking at blockchain. So they're thinking, why don't we just create our own petrodollar? I think the success of it is if they can get foreign money. So if you can get a good exchange to have their petrodollar and it can circulate freely, I think they could have a boomer. I do. That's just my opinion. But then we shall have to just watch this space. Now, looking at CoinDesk, it says that the Bank of England has no plans to launch a cryptocurrency. It came out before that the Bank of England said that they were looking or researching into the introduction of a cryptocurrency linked to the pound sterling. That was a statement that was made a few weeks ago. However, what they've come out now and said is that there's no current plans to launch its own cryptocurrency, but it will continue to research the topic. It appears that the Bank of England has dropped the plans to create its own cryptocurrency because they think that the public might stop using commercial bank accounts and move to the Bank of England digital payments. This is the takeaway without going into too much of what this article says. What I'm thinking is that right now, currencies globally, whether it be the dollar, whether it be the pound, whether it be the yen, there is a lot of turbulence. There is a lot of debt out there. There are trillions in debt. The economy, in my opinion, is not looking very good. If you're not into crypto, life is hard. So if you're not into crypto and life is hard and you're just working to get a job, and things are expensive, the cost of inflation, the cost of goods have went up. I went into my local Sainsbury's and my orange juice had, gone up in price. Fair enough, it was only 5% it went up to, but I noticed it and I was thinking this is already expensive, and now it's gone up from 2.99 to 3.20. So I think the cost of food is going up, the value of the monetary supply is diminishing, and therefore interest rates have started to rise, but they're not really moving at a high enough level. So interest rates are rising. However, the interest that banks are paying you still hasn't increased. So as a consumer, as your average Joe, we're getting shafted. The cost of living is very expensive. I'm quite hedged in crypto, so I'm comfortable, as well as my other businesses. I have been comfortable, but for other people who are not comfortable, life can be hard. So what I think might happen is that if the Bank of England felt that they ever needed to bail out the governments, for example, if there's a repeat of a bank bailout, or if the financial markets failed, like what happened in 2008 with Fannie Mae and all of the subprime markets, I think instead of the banks being given taxpayer money to be bailed out, I think the Bank of England might have a crypto blockchain switch, and they'll be like, all right, let's have our own coin supply. We're not going to bail out the banks. We're going to have our own coin. And yes, the people will have their own Bank of England accounts. And basically, this could be a move, when necessary, to bypass the banks. So I think that the Bank of England, them doing this, is doing what they need to do. But yes, I think it's very sensible for them to research cryptocurrency, blockchain, and then create systems which could replace the banking system if and when needed. Now, that might not happen this year, but who knows? It could be a maverick card that's pulled out of the bank. Okay, so if you're interested in this article, you can read it for yourself. I'm just giving you, my twist and my perspective on the news. Okay. Now, let's move on. Okay, trading firm plus 500 sees 20% increase due to cryptocurrency boom. Okay, so yeah, I've heard about this plus 500. They offer contract for differences for cryptocurrencies. So basically, you don't actually buy the cryptocurrency, but you speculate whether it would increase or decrease by a particular time. Very similar to a futures, but it's a contract for difference, which is technically different. Unfortunately, I'm not qualified to be able to explain the subtle differences, but there are differences. I think this article is great because what you're going to see here is this is going to incentivize more companies for them to integrate or for them to get into blockchain. They're saying that their share price went up from 8.80 pounds right up to 10.56 by the midday. Okay, so they're saying different things, and then they've increased in their company's net worth, and they've also taken on, almost 250,000 customers in the final quarter. So because of their integration and because of how they trade into the cryptocurrency markets, not necessarily trading coins, but with their contract for differences, they've got huge eyeballs. So I think this is very positive news because that's going to inspire a lot more companies to get involved into cryptocurrency. So finally, Bitcoin price warning. Yes, the cryptocurrency will burn out in spectacular crash. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but it's still on the news. Some guy who used to work for Ronald Reagan, President Reagan's former director of office manager, David Stockman, says that Bitcoin is not going to survive the long term. I think, he has a point. if he's saying cryptocurrency, that's a whole different ball game. He would be stupid. But Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin right now it is weak. So many people are complaining. The fees are high. The price has been stagnating for the week. The fundamentals are still there though. The investment into the cryptocurrency is still there though. So I would need him more than his hearsay comment for me to find it credible. Yes, there are genuine people in the industry that do have gripes about cryptocurrency, especially about Bitcoin, and are finding other altcoins for them to transaction for them to transact in. But I don't think Bitcoin's dominance is going anywhere overnight. I think 2018 will still be a brilliant year for Bitcoin. And in my opinion, I haven't found any other cryptocurrency which is as good as Bitcoin that can be used for payments and, you know, deals with all of the shortcomings and has the um, same sort of marketing and hashing power and things like that behind it. So yeah, this guy, he's really talking crap. What I did like was the end comment when, you know, a technology investor called Glenn Hutchins claimed that the Bitcoin price is a distraction, and that he said, you know, people are just missing the point. You know, people should be talking about the companies. Bitcoin could turn out to be a winner, or it could turn out to be a Betamax, and that's so very true. You know, if a new crypto kid comes on the block that deals with, you know, Bitcoin, and it's widely adopted and it can be used more as a store of payment, and also as a store of value, it could take Bitcoin out. You know, in crypto, nothing's certain. And in technology, things are moving rapid, which is why I look at the markets regularly so I can stay on top. I'm still bullish now for Bitcoin. But yes, just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so I believe my wrap up for today is done. Thank you very much for watching another Brother Crypt YouTube video. If you want to sign up for the TenX card, go ahead. I recommend that you do. If you want to start trading, I would suggest that you get yourself a BitTrex account. I buy the majority of my altcoins using BitTrex. And then if you haven't signed up into BitConnect, you should go ahead and sign up under me, fund your account, do a loan, and then you'll be eligible to join my competition. BitConnect is great because it gives me a cash flow, and that's very important. Every month I can sort of predict my income from crypto, and I'm free to reinvest, I'm free to take it out, and nothing is being lost from me. I look at BitConnect as purely cash flow. I don't look at it as a form which is going to create me more Bitcoin. I look at it as a form of cash flow, and it's doing their job well. And so far, it's helped me upgrade my life so I can do better things. So if you want to join me in BitConnect, which I recommend, sign up under me using the referral, which will be in the video below. Okay. And then if you want to enter the competition, send me an email, brothercrypt, one word, at protonmail.com. State your BitConnect username under me, the date you join my team, and the loan amount. And then if you're in those two categories, you will enter the competition. If it's only you that's entered, you will get the giveaway, as long as you're a new customer who's not in my team already. Okay, so thank you for all of my likes. Thank you for my subscribers. If you've liked what you've seen in the content, please give me a thumbs up. If you found that this content and this video was helpful to you, please do subscribe, click on the notifications so that you're updated whenever I release any new content. Okay, it's always a pleasure catching up with you guys. Enjoy your Friday. Take care. Peace.